It's crazy to say this, but Giannis is finally an NBA champion. After facing so much failure year after year in the playoffs, he's finally a champion, and he deserves it. This introduction won't be long, because I'm going to get right into it. But before I get into the video, don't forget to like this video, because a like will help the channel grow, and a like helps to push it out to the public more. And share this video with whoever you can, and follow me on my social media accounts, and comment below, tell me what you think. Don't be afraid to comment. I will engage with you whether you agree with me or disagree with me. But with all of this being said, it's Core Insights 95 digging down to the core and giving you my insight on this specific topic for this video. Stay tuned.
23, ain't playing dirty, feeling like James, I'm Brown worthy. Barely got numbers, but feel like a legend. Next side of the Western with Claremont the second. My family hungry, my homies is hungry. Remember us starving and using the oven.
Reason number 1, his loyalty. Superstars have left their teams in free agency before, like LeBron James when he left Cleveland for the first time in 2010 after spending 7 seasons there when he was drafted in 2003 by the Cavaliers to go to the Miami Heat in the 2010 NBA offseason. And then 4 years later, he leaves Miami to go back to Cleveland again in 2014, and then he leaves 4 years after he went back to Cleveland again to go sign with the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2018 NBA offseason. Kevin Durant, on the other hand, left the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2016 NBA offseason after spending 9 seasons there since he was a rookie to go to the Golden State Warriors. And then after spending 3 seasons with the Warriors to give the organization compensation because him and the organization had an agreement that he wasn't going to leave them high and dry and that they would get something in return for him when he became a free agent. Both parties agreed to a sign and trade, and KD ended up on the Brooklyn Nets in the 2019 NBA offseason. Giannis, on the other hand, like I said in my introduction, went through a lot of failures year after year, because going back to 2015, when Giannis made it to the playoffs for the first time with Milwaukee in his career, the Bucks lost in 6 games to the Chicago Bulls in the first round. And then in 2017, they lost to the Toronto Raptors in 6 games in the first round. And then in 2018, they lost in 7 games to the Boston Celtics in the first round. And then in 2019, they lost to the Toronto Raptors again after having a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals, and last year they lost to the Miami Heat in the second round in 5 games. After all of this has occurred, Giannis could have left the Milwaukee Bucks, but he didn't, because he's loyal after signing a 5-year $228 million contract last year, and look at him now. He's an NBA champion. Take a look at this video that I did on Giannis last year on how he broke the NBA 2K cover curse, and here is the link at the top of the screen to the right to that video, and you will see why I'm showing you this video in a few seconds. Take a look.
I never banged on Kevin Durant when he made his life easier. He had worked his butt off at Texas, his butt off in high school, his butt off in Oklahoma City. He got tired of playing with Westbrook. He wanted to play with Clay and Steph. Giannis should leave, right? Miami's plugging titles, right? I'm not crazy on this, right?
I am praying, Colin. I am praying that Giannis Antetokounmpo does not hear a word of what you're saying, or if he does, that he dismisses it out of hand. You were talking about, I don't even know where to start. First of all, the whole American puritanical approach, take the easy way. Okay, that might apply to Americans, but Giannis Antetokounmpo is not. He had to take a hard route to get here, and taking that hard route brought him to a place that he never dreamed of being. So if we look at everything that he has said and done, there is no question that he's going to stay in Milwaukee, that he would get in LA.
Well, we have a difference of opinion. If that door opens for me, I just walk through
And I understand, because you're an American. Because you're an American, Colin, and you're into commerce. You're into transaction.
Yes.
Giannis is more of just a from the heart. I'm fortunate. I'm an immigrant that has this NBA team that decided to take a chance on me and made me their superstar. And the gratitude that he has. I mean, look, Dirk Nowitzki, did he ever go anywhere? No. Pau Gasol, did he ever go anywhere? No, not until Memphis decided, you know what, we're done. We're ready to move on. We'll trade you. Marc Gasol, never. If you look at international players that have had teams that have said, you're our guy and we will build around you, their gratitude is different than the guys who grew up playing AAU here who are just used to, hey, where are the best players? Where's the best team? That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And my friends, Rick Bucher is right. Players that are not born in America have a different mindset. Let me give you an example. It's not just even Dirk, Pau, or Mark. It's other great international players as well, like Hakeem Olajuwon. He stayed with the Houston Rockets for 17 seasons and accomplished all these things with Houston, as you can see on the screen, before he ended his career with the Toronto Raptors, playing for the organization for 1 season. Another international player is Manu Ginobili. He stayed with the San Antonio Spurs for his whole 16-year NBA career, and he retired as a Spur as well. This is also what he accomplished with the Spurs throughout his career, as you can see on the screen as well. Last but not least, Tony Parker. He's another loyal player to an organization that is not born in America. Tony spent 17 seasons with the Spurs before finishing up his career with the Charlotte Hornets, playing for the organization for 1 season. This is what Tony accomplished with the Spurs throughout his tenure there, as you can see on the screen. So there you go. International players are usually more loyal to an organization because their mindset is different, and they are coming from a different culture which shapes their mind differently. And like I mentioned before, Giannis is a perfect example. He agreed to sign a 5-year extension worth $228.2 million, which is the biggest contract in NBA history. And he's born where? In Greece. So there you go. There is the proof. Players that are not born in America are usually more loyal to an organization. There's way more international players that are loyal to an organization that I could have mentioned to further prove my points, but I just never mentioned them because, no offense to them, their names don't hold as much weight as the guys that are mentioned by Rick Bucher and myself. And the younger generation that is watching this video might not even know about some of these players that I never mentioned, like myself or people around my age or older, unless they do their research. This is another way how Giannis broke the NBA 2K cover curse. He's an international player. So there you go. This is one of the reasons why Giannis should get a statue. Reason number 2, the first statue in Bucks franchise history. Giannis would be the first active Milwaukee Buck player that's currently with the franchise to get a statue in franchise history. Players that have played for the franchise before, like Oscar Robertson, he has a statue, but it's not located in Milwaukee. It's located in Cincinnati, and he wasn't an active player for the Bucks when he received a statue anyways. It was years after he was an active player for him to receive a statue, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has a statue, but it's outside of the Staples Center to represent for when he was a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. His statue has nothing to do with the Milwaukee Bucks, and no other player from what I have researched that played for the Bucks has ever had statues of them. So therefore, Giannis would be the first active player to get a statue as a current member of the Milwaukee Bucks. Plus, he would be the first player in franchise history to get a statue of himself outside of the Fiserv Forum. The Fiserv Forum is a pretty new arena. It broke ground on June 18th in 2016 and was fully opened on August 26th in 2018. Reason number 3, Giannis deserves it. Giannis is not the greatest Milwaukee Buck just yet. I would give that title to Kareem, but sooner or later, Giannis will be the greatest Milwaukee Buck ever. Taking what Giannis has done so far since he was a member of the Milwaukee Bucks, since he was with the organization from 2013. I'm about to tell you this because I don't want you to think that something went wrong with my audio at this point in the video. So now take a look. So there you go. Giannis is pretty close to leading Milwaukee in almost every statistical category. He still has ways to go, but sooner or later, he will definitely pass some of the players that you have seen on the screen a couple of seconds ago. And he will become the greatest Milwaukee Buck player of all time, like I said before, because I believe he will stay in Milwaukee for his whole career because he is loyal and Milwaukee is his home. And he's really loved in Milwaukee, especially after accomplishing winning a championship. But with all of that being said, that's it for the video, and like I always say, don't forget to like the video and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram account. It's the same name as my YouTube channel name, and don't forget to comment below. Your opinions will matter, and share this video. Peace.
I eat my French toast, bag of French girl, tell her let's go. Watch me explode like I'm Mentos mixed with that coke. Moving like a groupie, so I back up pronto. Though you a baddie, I'm gon' split my Uber, go get you a taxi.